Alright y'all, we back again today with another video. Today I will be doing a Air Jordan November release guide. I will be going over some of the retros coming out in November and talking about some of the shoes that I want to pick up and some of the shoes that I'm passing on. If this is your first time stopping through, please make sure you subscribe. I cannot stress that enough. Please take a moment, hit the subscribe button, and if you haven't already, please go check out my last upload that I did. I did a review on the Air Jordan 4 Undefeated. I also uploaded a couple of reels, took a couple of photos. So if you could go support that shoe or that video, I'd appreciate it. All that out of the way, we can kind of jump right into things. On November 1st, they did have an Air Jordan 4 that released. I think it was the Air Jordan 4 Blue Chill. It did come in, it appears to be women's and grade school exclusive. So it didn't come in men's sizing or extended sizing. It looks to be like an all over white Jordan 4 with small hints of gray. The ag lids appear to be gray. The patch on the tongue looks to be gray, and the part of the midsole down there at the bottom looks to be gray as well. I can't tell if that's a clear or icy white like outsole coming up from the bottom, but yeah, they didn't come in men's sizing, and even if they did, that would be a pass for me on, a predominantly all white Jordan 4. I just don't have any need for it in my collection. So yeah, even if they did come in men's sizing, I would, pass on those. On the same day, November 1st, you have the Air Jordan 4 Cozy Girls. I think that is another women's and grade school exclusive, so they're not coming in extended sizing or men's sizing, which is a good thing because I don't think that shoe would look good, coming in like men's sizing. They gave it like a nice, kitty or girly look to it. It is a particularly all over brown Air Jordan 4. I think the midsole appears to be like white or something, and like on the material on the upper, they gave it like a wool look. Hence the name, I guess, Cozy Girl. It's supposed to be like, warm, give like that fall and winter vibe. But yeah, I don't think those will look good coming in men's sizing. So, even if they did, that'd be a pass for me. So on to the next. On November 5th, you have the Air Jordan 11 Rare Air. That's another huge release, at least for me. I do like that shoe. The only thing that's deterring me away from, picking that shoe up is the price tag. $235, for a retro 11. Yeah, it's a little steep, especially, one of the 11s that's, not an original colorway, don't have like a story behind it, I guess, but I do like that shoe, but to be honest, I'm just probably gonna save my money for the Taxi 12s that release on Saturday. We're gonna talk about those in a minute, but yeah, those 11, I had the 4s. I'm still trying to pick up the 3s. I do like, completing sets, having the complete set, and, feeling accomplished after you complete the set. But yeah, those Rare Air 11s may be one that I don't really need, unless they go on sale, which I doubt. I think I may pass. I'm not sure, I may double back and, grab them. But that's kind of one of those ones that, I'll check in a little bit later and kind of see if I can get a deal or something like that. I just have to see how they do. But yeah, that's I guess I don't know for the Rare Air 11. On November 8th, we have a release that I've been looking forward to. One of the ones I had on my list to start the year off. It is the Air Jordan 12 Taxis. I did pick up the flu games earlier in the year. I still need to go back and grab the cherries. I had the playoff 12s. I sold the playoff 12s, so I need those back as well. But I will be going after those Taxi 12s that released this Saturday. I think, Hibbets and FLX, they've already done you know, their raffle. I guess if you want to enter that, you can. Snipes may be doing something, and Finish Line, I'm guessing they're gonna do exclusive access any day now. But you know, you just have to keep checking back on that app. But whatever I need to do to, you know, get that shoe, I'm gonna do. So, you know, even if it's, you know, paying resale, I may not get it for retail. But yeah, that is one I'm looking forward to, and that I do need to add to the collection. So yes, I definitely will be picking up a pair of the taxi scene. On November 15th, you have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Chicago. If you watch this channel for a while, you know how I feel about Jordan 1 Lows. I don't own any, I don't wear them. It's just not my cup of tea. I prefer high OG compared to an Air Jordan 1 Low. But you know, just to get a review on these, I may go after these just to get them in hand. You know, I may end up liking them. So, I mean, right now, it may be a maybe. Like I said before, I don't own any Air Jordan 1 Lows. It's just, I find them weird, you know, on my feet to look at. Yeah, I just don't own any Air Jordan 1 Lows, and not really a big fan of them. But these Chicago 1 Lows, they do, you know, kind of look like the highs, I guess. I mean, that's probably gonna, as close as I'm gonna get to, you know, a actual Chicago colorway outside of the Lost and Founds. So, you know, depending on how I'm feeling, I may pick them up just to get a review. And if I don't like them, you know, I can always, you know, sell them or use them for trade bait. So that is another one that's probably up in the air. Or releasing on November 19th, you have that Air Jordan 10 Shadows. I still need to go back and grab my Steel 10s from that released in August. I've yet to pick those up. If I could get these, I don't know, you know, the availability, where they'll be. But I will go after these. I will try to put in raffles, you know, do my footwork and try to get them for retail. I do still, like I said before, I still need to go back and grab the Steels. At this point, I'm probably gonna end up paying resale, but I was just waiting for the price to go down a little bit more on those. And if these Shadow 10s or anything like the Steel 10s, the availability may be limited. You know, they're not gonna release everywhere. So, you know, it may be a sneakers app and, you know, mom and pop shops, I guess, the neighborhood stores, I guess, but, you know, I'll do everything I can to kind of get me a pair. I don't have too many 10s in my collection. I think I showed that on a video earlier. I do have the Orlandos, I do have the Seattles, and I was looking forward to, you know, adding the Steels to my collection, the Steel 10, but you know, I wasn't able to grab those at the time or get them for retail. So, you know, I'm still scrambling, trying to get my pair of those, and I also need to go after these Shadows. You know, November is looking like a, you know, stack month as far as releases goes. A lot of these shoes are, you know, must-haves, but you know, you know, to the money, you know, you can't, you know, buy every shoe, so you're just gonna have to pick and choose. At least I know I am. So yeah, I'll figure out, you know, or distinguish between, you know, what I want to pick up and what I want to grab. Like I said before, I'll do everything in my power to try to get the Shadows, but yeah, if they go the way that the Steel 10s went, then, you know, it may be a struggle and I may end up paying resale. But I am trying to, you know, add those into the collection. So releasing on November 22nd, you have the Air Jordan 11 City Pack, which will be 3 Air Jordan 11s. The Houston, the Atlanta, and the Vegas, I think. You know, nobody really asked for a City Pack 11. You know, we would prefer that you finish the City Pack for the 10s instead of going to the 11s and trying to complete a City Pack for the 11. And the colorways on the 11s that they put on the 11s are a little off. I think one of them's purple, one of them's like a white with like some kind of rainbow color on the back or whatever. Like, yeah, I mean, like I said before, nobody asked for that. We would prefer that you do the city pack for the 10s and get that knocked out, but nonetheless, they're gonna release them on a Jordan 11, and I don't know what retail will be, but it may be a pass for me for all three of them, especially the purple pair that it doesn't look good. The white pair is like I think that's got to be the Atlanta pair maybe, with the little green back tab, I guess. And then that brown pair is the Houston pair with the light blue bottom. Out of all three of them, I would say maybe the Houston pair. Yeah, if I were gonna pick up one, it would be the Houston pair. I like that a little bit more than that all white one or that purple one. But yeah, I mean, if they're priced at the range that the Rare Air 11s are, $235, then that's just gonna be a pass for me. Yeah, I can't see myself paying that much for, a 11 that I would probably never wear. So yeah. So, releasing on November 28th, we have one that I've been waiting on. I think a lot of people have been waiting on. You have the Air Jordan 4 Black Hats with the Nike Air on the back. We all know the story of these. They released back in 2020. They went on sale. They sat in stores. A lot of people passed on them. And, we look back down the line and that shoe is almost, if not at $1,000. I'm not gonna make that same mistake this time around. I'll gladly go pick up my pair. If I get it for retail, I will give you a review. But yeah, I gotta add these in the collection because I missed out on the 2020 pair. Yeah, and the Nike Air on the back, it just kind of adds a little bit more detail to the shoe. I have seen the packaging for these. They could have did a better job with the packaging, but you're not gonna wear the box, you're gonna wear the shoe. So, I will be going after these. I'll be happy to add these to my collection. I am gonna do future videos on the Black Hat 4s because out of all the shoes that release in November, I think that shoe is probably gonna cause the most trouble. So, we kind of need to know, ahead of time what we need to do to try to get this shoe. Like most other Air Jordan 4s, I'm sure they're gonna sell out. They're probably gonna mass produce the shoe as well, but that won't matter. The demand is still there, so it's probably still gonna sell out. So yeah, I will be going after the Air Jordan 4 in black. Of course, I kind of saved the biggest release for last. For you guys. Releasing sometime in November, you have the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott, the Fragments. I don't know what you guys are calling these, or these are 2.0s, or these are 1.0s, 3.0s. It seems to be so many colorways at this point that I just can't keep up. But like I went on that small little rant before about the Chicago 1 lows. Don't wear lows, so I'll feel free to sit this one out. But if I can get them for retail, I'm sure I'll take them. Probably use them as trade bait, but I'll try. So, but yeah, I'm sure you guys are probably gonna go crazy. A lot of other people are gonna try to go after them. So, I'll do what I can. But yeah, it's just been too many colorways, and so long they've been carrying on the Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott. It's like I don't know if it's played out yet, or people are tired of them yet, but apparently not, because every time they release a pair, they sell out. So if y'all like it, I love it. But yeah, I'll do my best to try to get a pair just for a review or whatever. But yeah, and they haven't given us an official release date, so it just says sometime in November. I don't know what that could mean. That could mean anytime in November. They can shop drop them. They can do anything they want with them, but yeah, we'll have to see. And like I tell you guys, all work is easy work, and you're doing what you love to do. Y'all stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all next time.